Okay, well, the questions for Coach.
Obviously, coming off the big year last season, so how do you feel that almost to the time?
I feel great. Last year was we ended great, so we want to begin great. I know the history of Tiger basketball doesn't really get going until like January, February. This year we're locked in and loaded on getting ready in November.
No postseason bid, somewhat due to your good work. Obviously, you're going to show me some weapons. Just talk to me about how you look forward to the season without that.
Yeah, I feel great. Glad to be with everything that's been behind us now, and then us being locked in on one another and trying to get as good as we can and get to a level where we can represent the city in a good fashion. But I thank God for all of that being behind us.
Does it feel like a fresh start almost? I mean, like you've got new coaches, you got that clouds over your head. Does it feel?
Yeah, it's a great feeling to know that the guys know we're going in without any kind of negativity on our backs. That we're staying together. The new staff is meshing with the guys, and it's just like it feels like a fresh start.
And then you also had all this emphasis on your philanthropy. They recognize. Is there some sense of satisfaction that they recognize that that's what you've been about all year long?
Absolutely, because that's what I'm about. That's what I've been about for the city since I've been in the NBA. So that's what I'm all about our city. When I went to the NBA, I just gave back.
How'd you sleep Monday night?
I slept great because I just felt like I was standing on what was right in my mind. So I didn't know how I was going to come out, but just thankful for the outcome.
Were the players concerned this whole time until the word came down? And how did you tell them? Did they just read it on social media, or did you get them together to explain what the rule was?
No, I didn't get them together. I think they just heard it on social media. But I'm sure they were worried because you don't know. There was a bunch of uncertainty, so you don't know, and I'm sure that they were very relieved as well.
Where were you?
I was home.
You were home?
Yeah, I was home.
How'd you hear? Someone call you? How did you hear? How'd you get the word?
I talked to the president. The AD, not the president, the AD.
You said the players were probably worried. Were you?
I wasn't worried. I'm just saying, I wasn't worried. And, like I said, I'm thankful for the outcome.
Hey, back to basketball, chemistry. I know you said you want to get started in January, but it also started in September chemistry. How's your chemistry developing to get that quick early start, man?
Older team, even though we have a lot of new guys, but an older team, they kind of know what they want. They want to get to the NCAA tournament, so they're locked in. Not that any other teams weren't, because we were younger, but the older guys understand what it's all about, and they came here to get to the NCAA tournament.
Which was bigger, the win over Boise State or the win that you had the other day? You've had two big wins since you did this last.
I would say to win the other day because we know that we can move forward.
What do you like about the team so far? What you've seen?
I love the chemistry. I love that they're really close knit already. That they're staying together through thick and thin. That's what I'm loving to see. They're coachable. They want to be coached. They're staying together. They're holding each other accountable, and that's all great signs. It's been fun because you got some familiar faces with me and Faraji. We've been coaching against each other for years, and we've been good friends for years. And that's always a comfort for me. To have Coach Brown back was great because he had a health scare earlier in the summer. So to have Coach Haith is big as well because he's a guy that's been the Coach of the Year in 3 different conferences. So we got a lot of knowledge on the sideline.
You got 6 real quick. Do you feel vindicated? Is that a word to you?
No, I just feel blessed and thankful. That's all.
You got 6 transfers, a couple guys that could have gone anywhere like Kendrick Davis, Keontae Kennedy. With the NCAA IRP cloud kind of hanging over the program, how'd you sell them to come here? What'd you tell them?
I just believed that we weren't going to have anything happen to us. I just felt that in my heart because I was standing on what's right in my mind. So they bought in, because they believed that, that we were going to be playing this in the postseason this year.
A lot of defensive stops while we were watching. You're a defensive guy at heart as a coach. Mm-hmm. How good can this team be defensively? And where's the shooting going to come from in your mind offensively?
Yeah, defense is where my heart is. You got to score points, but it feels good to know that we could just switch up. A lot of guys can play multiple positions, They didn't shoot the ball well today, but in practice we've had Keontae, Jayden, Elijah, and those guys knocking down shots. Even Kendrick is going to have to be a spot-up shooter sometime. So I think that with us getting those shots on a nightly basis, I'm hoping that we're knocking them down at a high clip.
It's early, Penny, but do you have any feel for like your starters are being rotation? How many battles are going on during practice?
No, I'm just letting them battle it out right now. I do not know who the starting lineup is going to be. We're keeping it competitive. We haven't put a lot of plays in. We're kind of making them learn how to play together first. And I'm just letting them battle it out.
Hey, who's going to run the defense? You and Coach Tate. He loves his defense, and I know you love your defense. Who's going to run it?
I think we're both equally going to run it, but that's more my thing. I mean, that's just how my brain works. You know, he's just going to support how I think, and obviously I'll take his input as well. But it's great to have defensive-minded guys on the team.
How different is it for you coaching and teaching a team that is older than what you've had here in the last couple of years?
Yeah, it's different because you got guys that haven't seen any of this, and you got guys that have been used to doing not all of it, but a lot of it. So that helps me out a ton. And then they can kind of teach each other and then communicate. They'll communicate more.
You got a feeling about Jamari's eligibility?
I'm praying that we get that accomplished. I hope that, you know, we can get him eligible. I don't know yet, but I'm hoping that we can.
You know, like, has anybody given you an estimate as far as a timetable?
No one's given an estimate of a timetable yet at all. Did you have a question? You know, it's been what we dreamed it would be. They're close off the court, and on the court, they are going at each other, you know, really tough. And that's what you want. That's all healthy. They're both very aggressive players, and they both have a lot of pride. So that bodes well for our practices because it's never going to be a dull moment with those guys going against each other in practice. Yeah, no, it was a great surgery for him to have, to clean it out. And I'm thankful to see him out there healthy for the first time in a long time. Malcolm's knee is sore from time to time, but still good enough to be out there every day.
Everybody else okay?
Yep, everybody else is good.
Penny, we know what Kendrick Davis is all about. These other newcomers, who are guys you think that are going to break out that can really help your team out?
I think a lot of people don't know about Elijah McCadden. You know, he was at Georgia Southern, and he was like an all-around player that could play 1 through 4. He's very dynamic. I think he's going to be the sleeper on this team. You know, Keontae Kennedy's shooting. We're going to need his shooting as well.
Penny, Coach Brown had quite an ovation there. What's it mean to you to have him back for another goal in this role now?
Yeah, I fought so hard to get him here. I got him here because we need his knowledge. We need his understanding. We need his expertise. So we need all of those things from him.
Did you get a lot of texts the day that you got the good news? Did people reach out to you?
Yeah, a ton of people. A ton of people reached out because they knew my heart, and they were just happy that we were able to move forward.
Do you think this did it hurt the program as it's been happening?
Of course it did for 3 years. It hurt the program because there were a lot of things were looming. Yeah, it hurt the program for sure.
Are more things possible now that it's gone? Are more things possible?
Yes, because now there's no cloud. There's no other school that could kind of hold that over our heads to another kid. Oh,
You'd hear.
absolutely.
Was Kale compared to anyone that you've had here?
No. He's just truly a freak of nature. Like his athleticism, it's off the charts.
Let's do like 2 more maybe so we can get the next step.
Going back to your speech, the Southern Heritage Classic, you kind of, when you look back on it now, it sounds similar to what some of the stuff we read that the IRP said they learned about you.
And I didn't even know that. No, it wasn't intentional. It was just what I was saying that day from my heart. But that's what I've always done. That's why it's easy to, to talk about it. But I'm thankful that they saw it that way because that's what it was.
Penny, how much do you think the kind of chaos, for lack of better words, the past 3-4 years with NCAA IRP thing, coaching 17-year-old, top prospects, how much did that kind of help you grow as a coach? How can you use that this year?
Well, it helped me grow because you have to recruit harder because you have to convince people that nothing's going to happen and nothing did happen. And they trusted me to still come, which is great for those kids that actually still came through all of the adversity that was going on at that time. So it's been a blessing.